So the name of the recovery home that I stayed at is called Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is MyaijahDawn, and I just wanted to say that I am going to post more content on YouTube this year. I know every time I say this, I really don't. It's a new year, and who this? So yeah, you guys have been asking me in my previous video what's the name of the recovery house that I stayed at, and I really didn't want to share it because I just feel like I'm diminishing this person's business. But at this point, it is what it is, and it was 3 years ago, so it could be different today. But I just wanted to tell you guys the name since you guys did ask me. For those of you who don't know, I got surgery done 3 years ago. I got a BBL and lipo 360. Instead of finding an Airbnb and having a family member stay with me and take care of me, I decided to pay to stay somewhere where people take care of you. They cook meals for you, they check your vitals, they wash your laundry, because your clothes and everything, your undergarments, is always submerged in blood for the first few days. So they wash your clothes for you and the whole nine. So I paid the full balance. Did not receive full service though. I received half service. The daytime shift, they would come upstairs and they would check on me. They would check my vitals, wash my clothes and everything. That nighttime shift though, hard to find. They would not check my vitals in the middle of the night. When I would click the clicker they gave to us, they were not coming. God forbid one of us would have got off of the bed and then fell, and then how are we gonna get up? Like, we just got surgery, we have stitches and everything. Like, we're in so much pain, we're swollen. And so I really did not like that. And then I couldn't fully bend down, so the daytime shift, they would help me in the shower, like wash my legs and like get my feet. But the nighttime shift, no, they would be like, oh, you can't get your feet. Well, that's too bad, basically, because they were trying to push independence on us and say, when you go home, you're not gonna have this much help when you go home, so you have to be more independent. But my whole thing is, you don't worry about that, okay? I pay my money like everybody else, and I expect to get full service. I expect to get what I pay for, basically. They also had attitudes. I didn't like their demeanor. First of all, nobody should have an attitude in here besides me. I'm hurting from head to toe, and you're telling me that you have an attitude because you're on your period. Mind you, it was a language barrier, so she didn't say that to me, but she said it through Google Translate, and she translated that she was on her period, so that's why she's tired, or that's why she seems to have an attitude. Like, no, I don't care about that. I don't care about you and your attitude. Asked me to make a video before I leave, like a overall review, and I was telling her, like, I'm not leaving a review because y'all don't want to hear what I really have to say. Like, I'm not leaving no review. And I walked out the door. The person that took me to the airport when I was leaving, it was the owner of the recovery house. The owner was Passenger Princess and the driver was her husband, and she was complimenting me on my body, and she was asking me about the stay and how I like Miami. And I told her, you know, everything's good, thank you for the compliments. But I didn't share with her my bad experience with the nighttime shift, just because I didn't feel like using Google Translate because it was too much to translate. I wanted to get home. First of all, I was thinking about the plane ride home because I heard it is very uncomfortable, and it was very uncomfortable. Even though Delta, I think I flew home, even though they were very accommodating, it was still just uncomfortable, and I just had so much stuff like going through my mind that I didn't want to talk about my bad experience at the recovery house. But we do follow each other on Instagram, and I just figured, like, you know, I'm okay, thank God, and I never have to stay there again. You guys won't have to stay there and experience what I experienced. That's why I decided to share the name. So the name of the recovery home that I stayed at is called Dream House Recovery. They have an Instagram page. I believe they have a Facebook page and So you can go and read your reviews and see how they're doing today, because maybe 3 years ago the night shift was bad, but it's 3 years later, so maybe they hire new workers, who knows. Either way, I wouldn't stay there again, so I don't want you guys to have to even experience what I did, because even though I made it, like, I don't know about the next person. My surgery sister, she would tell you the same. She would say she would not stay there again because she experienced the same thing. So yeah, I wouldn't stay there again. Like I said, God forbid I would have fell out the bed. How was I gonna get up? They wasn't checking our vitals. I probably could have got a blood clot. Like, who knows? They wasn't even making sure that we were walking. You're supposed to be walking every so now and again. Even though it is midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, you're supposed to be walking, and nothing. They was not checking on anything. So I didn't like that, but it is what it is. The only thing that I am mad about is paying my hard-earned money and not receiving the full service. Like, that's the only thing. But I am happy that I made it. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. It's whatever now. That was 3 years ago, and like what? But yeah, so you guys don't have to experience what I experienced. Like I said, that's why I decided to share the name. I'm gonna just end this here because that's all I gotta say. I just really wanted to give you guys the name, and you do with it as you please. I will be responding in the comment section down below, so if you guys want to talk more about this matter, then leave me comments and I'll be responding to them. But if it's a really good question and it's too long of a response from me, then I will make a video. Subscribe to my channel. I love you guys. I swear I love you so much for sticking around too, because I'll be disappearing for months. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Like I said, God forbid I would have fell out the bed. How was I gonna get up? They wasn't checking our vitals. I probably could have got a blood clot. Like, who knows? They wasn't even making sure that we were walking. You're supposed to be walking every so now and again. Even though it is midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, you're supposed to be walking, and nothing. They was not checking on anything. So I didn't like that, but it is what it is. The only thing that I am mad about is paying my hard-earned money and not receiving the full service. Like, that's the only thing. But I am happy that I made it. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. It's whatever now. That was 3 years ago, and like what? But yeah, so you guys don't have to experience what I experienced. Like I said, that's why I decided to share the name. I'm gonna just end this here because that's all I gotta say. I just really wanted to give you guys the name, and you do with it as you please. I will be responding in the comment section down below, so if you guys want to talk more about this matter, then leave me comments and I'll be responding to them. But if it's a really good question and it's too long of a response from me, then I will make a video. Subscribe to my channel. I love you guys. I swear I love you so much for sticking around too, because I'll be disappearing for months. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.